Find a comfortable place. Create a calm and nice atmosphere for your Yin Yoga practice. Avoid disturbing phone calls or the doorbell ringing for the duration of this next 60 minutes. You need a yoga mat or a blanket and 1 or 2 folded blankets or towels, or maybe some cushions. Yoga means union or connection of Ha and Ta, of sun and moon, of body and soul, of yin and yang. Yoga creates balance, harmony between these both sides. Today, activity, yang energy is constantly increasing, and our daily life is getting more and more goal and success oriented, and also faster. This leads to tensions and permanent stress, which is the cause for many physical and mental problems. To balance this, we need more yin energy. Yin Yoga creates this balance for body and mind. It enables you to cope better with stress and inner tensions. In Yin Yoga postures, you become still and passive, a yin quality, and also aware of your inner processes like physical sensations, your breath, thoughts and emotions. As you stay in each pose for some minutes, you have enough time to settle. Let the body sink gently and also expand your awareness. Yin practices have not only effects in the yin parts of our bodies, like the joints, the ligaments, the bones and the fascias, but also in the yin parts of our whole personality, like our emotions and the more subtle energetic levels. You stimulate several energy channels, the meridians, comparable with the nadis according to classical yoga understanding. In these longer held postures, you apply pressure on certain points, like in an acupuncture treatment, to release blockages and stimulate the energy flow. In this Yin Yoga sequence, you stimulate mainly the kidney, liver and gallbladder meridians, but also the stomach and the spleen meridians. If you practice mindfully and consider your personal limits of your physical build, you can experience the full benefit of the practice and avoid harming yourself. Nevertheless, it is important to avoid the passive forward folding if you have lower back disorders or after a surgery. Then you better practice with a personal yoga teacher or a physiotherapist until the acute problem is over. The most important aspect of Yin Yoga to me is that we use our bodies to go within, to understand that yoga is an inner path, a mental exercise that leads to more awareness, balance, inner peace, and more happiness. Not as a physical fitness training to form our bodies. The good thing about this is that this happens anyway. All the physical disbalances are gradually disappearing. Come to a comfortable position on your back now, on your yoga mat or your blanket, in Shavasana. If you want to support your lower back, you can put a cushion or a rolled blanket underneath your knees. Head and spine are in a straight line. Your hands are a bit away from your body, the palms are facing upwards. Take your time to arrive on your mat, to settle into the pose. And allow all activities, thoughts, and discussions of your day to drop away. By turning your awareness towards your physical body, into your inner world, notice sensations in your body. Start with your toes. Feel the toes, they are relaxed. Don't hold tensions here. Feel the feet and the contact of the heels with the floor. Become aware of the weight of your feet on the floor. Let them sink into the floor. Become aware of the ankles, the shins and calves, the thighs. Let your whole legs sink into the mat, being aware of the contact points with the floor. Let them become heavy and release any area of tension in your legs. Become aware of the pelvis and buttock area. Let go any tensions here and let this whole area sink into the floor. Bring your awareness to your back, all parts that are in contact with the floor. Let the whole back sink at these points into the ground. Also release any area of tension in your belly and your chest. The whole trunk sinks heavily into the floor. Feel the sensations in your hands and arms and the contact with the mat. Let them become heavy and sinking. The shoulders, neck and throat. Become aware of your head. Relax all facial muscles in and around your eyes, your forehead, the cheeks, mouth and jaw. Release all areas of tension in your whole face and your whole head. Let it sink heavily into the floor. Become aware of your whole body now. Heaviness, relaxation, and stillness in your whole body. Maybe you feel like breathing a few deep breaths to let go even more. All physical tensions, all thoughts, all sensations. Let them flow out of your body with the exhalation. Begin to observe your natural breath now, with awareness, not controlling, just watching. Become more and more aware of what is happening by itself. It is breathing. Observe the breath flowing into your body and out of your body again. You are in a passive, effortless state of mind, just observing. If there are still distractions from thoughts, bring your focus even more to the movement of the breath in your body. Take a deeper breath in now and become again aware of the physical body. Start to move your body slowly and mindfully. Start with the toes. Move your fingers and hands, your legs and arms. Roll your head from side to side. And start with the first yin pose, lying on your back. Bring your arms straight over your head, being aware of the length in the spine. For a lying version of the half moon, bring your feet to the right corner of your mat. They stay close to each other. The buttocks stay at the center of your mat. Head, arms and shoulders are moving also to the upper right corner of the mat, so that you are in a half moon shape with your whole body. Your right hand holds your left wrist and pulls the arm a bit more to the side. You should feel the left side of your body, allowing your musculature to completely let go. Don't hold any tensions, to relax and take your time to settle into that pose. If you like some additional stretch, you can cross the left foot over the right ankle or move a little more into the pose by bringing the arms and legs a bit more to the sides. But it is always good to start with an easier version of the pose and intensify it bit by bit. In case you don't feel comfortable with your arms over your head, you can bring them down or move more towards the center of the mat. All sensations should be manageable. Relax your body and turn your awareness towards your breath. Become still and passive in your body and your mind. Observing your breath in the whole left side of your body and really let go. Let your whole body sink into the pose. On the next inhale, you slowly come out of this pose by bringing the head and arms back to center. Then slowly uncross the ankles and bring the feet back to center. Bring your arms down again and become aware of the sensations in both sides of your body. Feel the center of your whole body and compare the sensations in the right and the left side. Without judging, just being aware. And slowly make your way onto the other side. Bring the arms up, the feet to the left corner of the mat next to each other. Keep your buttocks on the floor and move the arms, head and shoulders to the left side. Be aware of the sensations in the right side of your body. Your left hand holds the right wrist and pulls the arm a bit more to the side. Check if you can let go the tensions in your arms and shoulders. Let go in your back, the pelvis and your legs. If you did the deeper stretch on the other side, you can also cross the right ankle over the left now. Find a position that is comfortable enough to focus on your breath, to become still in your body and your mind. Watch from within. Your breath is flowing through the right side of your body. If your mind starts to wander, gently bring the awareness back to the presence of your breath, all the sensations in your body. Try to let go. With your next inhalation, you slowly start to come out of the pose. Mindfully bring your upper body back to the center of your mat. Then you uncross your feet and bring them back to the middle also. And then you bring your arms back next to your body. Your awareness is in both sides of your body equally again, and the sensations here. Bring your knees closer to your chest now. Give them a hug, gently rocking from side to side. Check that there are no tensions in your shoulders or your hips. Relax your neck. Stretch out your legs again. And roll over onto your belly for the next yin pose, the Sphinx. You place your elbows underneath your shoulders, forearms parallel to each other, palms are facing downwards. Your legs are stretched out and relaxed, also the glute muscles in your buttocks are relaxed. Lift your chest, keeping the shoulders away from the ears, and relax your neck. If the pressure in the lumbar spine is too strong for you now, or you are feeling any other uncomfortable sensation in your back, you have more options to make the pose more comfortable for you. First, you can bring your elbows a little bit further away, or second, you can take your rolled blanket underneath your chest or your forehead. You can bring your arms on top and place the forehead on your hands. If you like some additional stretch, and it is okay to have more pressure in your lower back, you can bring the elbows closer. Lift your chest a little more. You should find a place of comfort where you can feel the pressure and also let go completely. Then you stop all activity in the muscles, in the whole body. Your eyes are closed to go within. Get grounded in the present moment by becoming aware of your breath. Watch your breath in the area of the lumbar spine. Completely let go all tensions in the muscles, any resistances here. If the muscles don't work, the body will open up and you can reach deeper tissues of your body, the fascia and the connective tissues along the spine, and increase energy and fluidity by becoming still and passive. But try not to think too much about the effects. Feel the effects in your body. With your next inhalation, you slowly and carefully start to move out of the pose. Gently lower your head and your chest. Remove your blanket or cushions. Place your hands on top of each other and bring your forehead down on your hands. And enjoy the sense of release. Maybe you feel warmth or energy flowing in your lower back or any other part of your body. The more often you practice, the more you become aware of these sensations, of what is happening inside. And for the counter position, you transition into child's pose. Place your hands underneath your shoulders and gradually make your way up into all fours position. Now slowly lower your hips on your heels and your forehead down to the floor. You have different options now if this doesn't work for you. If your buttocks don't meet your heels, you can take a blanket or a cushion underneath to really sit down. You can also place a blanket underneath your feet if you wish to. If your forehead doesn't meet the mat, you can place it on your arms or on a blanket, cushion or any support you may need. If your arms are free, stretch them out in front. Focus on releasing tensions now and letting go. Become still without any activity in your muscles. Draw the attention towards your breath. Feel it in the back side of your body, in your rounded spine. you slowly come up, back to all fours position. Hands underneath your shoulders, fingers spread, knees hip distance apart. Head and spine are in a natural line. Your shoulders are away from the ears. Keep the spine neutral. And you start to round your spine with the next exhalation. Start with your tailbone pointing downwards, gently engaging the muscles in the pelvic floor. Then rounding the middle back, draw the navel into the spine, and then you lower your head. Bring your chin to your chest for the cat pose. Stay here and breathe naturally, feeling the rounding in the spine. With your next inhalation, start the counter pose. Bring the tailbone up, belly towards the floor. Then you lift your chest, your chin, head up. Feel the stretch of the counter pose. With the next exhalation, start to move the tailbone down again, rounding each vertebra at a time, head down at the end. Inhaling one last time into the counter pose, start at your tailbone, feeling each vertebra moving. And then back to neutral position into all fours. And slowly come into your next Yin Yoga posture, the sleeping swan. Bring your right knee next to your right hand. Extend the left leg behind you and push it back as much as it feels comfortable. And maybe you already notice if this posture is accessible for you. If you have uncomfortable sensations or problems with your knee, or the interior meniscus, you should be very careful, or better skip this pose and choose the alternative that I'm going to explain afterwards. If your knee is okay, you can try to bring the right foot more to the front, away from your hips, or keep it closer, as it is good for you. Try to find out which position is the best. Maybe you want to support your right knee with a blanket underneath or underneath the left knee. If your right hip is really high off the mat, you can also support with a folded blanket here. Your hips should be square towards the front of the mat. Try not to collapse to one or the other side. Try to find a good and comfortable position. And begin to tilt forward. Come onto your elbows. If this option is too deep at this moment, stay upright. If this feels comfortable, you can also slowly go deeper into the pose by crossing the forearms and bringing your forehead on top, or even extend the arms and bring the forehead to the mat. Choose carefully the position that is suitable for your body. Listen to your body. If it doesn't like the sleeping swan pose, you can try the alternative, which is the eye of the needle. Make your way onto your back. Bring your right foot on top of your left knee. Let the right knee sink towards the right side. Bend your left knee and bring it up towards your chest. Thread your arms through the legs and hold your left leg. Pull the right foot gently towards your chest. Be sure that your shoulders are down, your neck is long and relaxed. The eye of the needle is more gentle, a gentle option and a good preparation for the sleeping swan. Find your position and make yourself comfortable to relax completely in your position. Go inside and become still. Become aware of the areas where there's the stretch. In your right glutes, relax these muscles completely. Be aware if you hold back anything. Feel resistance and try to let go. This letting go opens up the deeper tissues of this area. If you are in swan, you maybe feel the left side of the groin, the hip flexor, or the thigh. Relax also here, and make sure that the whole rest of your body is relaxed too. Be aware from within, not thinking. Just observing the sensations, the movement of the breath, the present moment. Make sure that you are relaxing and being aware of your breath in the present moment. On your next inhale, you slowly come out of this pose by walking the hands back or coming out of the eye of the needle back into hands and knees position. Become aware of both sides of your hips and buttocks. Feel the sensations here. And slowly begin to circle your hips 3 rounds in each direction, mindfully activating the hips and the lower back. Then you come into your position to the other side. If you are practicing the sleeping swan, you draw your left knee towards the left hand. If you are preferring the eye of the needle, you lay on your back. And bring your left foot on the right knee, let it fall to the side, pulling your right leg closer to your chest. Hold it with your hands. If you're in the position of the sleeping swan, you try to bring your left foot more in front. Or if this is too difficult, you can keep it closer to the groin. Extend the right leg behind and take as much support with blankets or cushions as you need, keeping the hips square. Maybe you want to stay upright for a while before you tilt forward with your upper body to get into a passive forward folded variation. Keep your head up first, and after some time, when your body opens up, you maybe feel the impulse to get deeper. Let your head drop then. In this longer held postures, a deeper opening happens. Only after a while, After about 1.5 minutes or later, maybe you notice that. Make sure that you find a position of comfort to let go completely. If your sensations get too intense or you feel pain or strain in a pose, then you can always go a little bit back or out of the pose anytime. Try to be gentle and kind to yourself. The sensations of stretching or lengthening is what you should feel, no sharp pain. Then you have to react of this sign of your body and change the position. Yin Yoga teaches us to listen and to respond to the signs of our bodies and our personal limitations, as well as to transfer this understanding to everyday life. Where are my personal limits? How can I avoid to ignore them? How does it feel when I accept them? All this you can bring off the mat into the world, where it actually matters. Watch your breath and let go. Get grounded in the present moment, in the here and now. And with your next inhalation, slowly come out of the pose with awareness, slowly back into all fours position. And prepare for Pavatasana, the mountain or downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, they are hip distance apart, hands underneath your shoulders. Bring your knees up. Keep them bent and start to straighten your back first. Head and spine in a line. Let the sternum sink towards the floor. Push your tailbone back and up. Now you bring your right heel gently towards the floor and the left heel up. Stretch the right leg and the calf muscle. Stay here for a moment. Change now. Bring the left heel down, the right heel up. Breathing naturally, feeling the stretch. And move one more time. Right heel down, left heel up. And left heel down, right heel up. Now you bring both heels as deep as possible, not pushing too strong, be gentle, as it feels good for you now. Let your breath flow naturally. And transition into the next yin pose, the dragon. Look to your hands and bring your right foot between your hands, lowering the left knee to the floor. Maybe you can push the left leg a bit more back. The left foot is flat on the ground. Let your hips sink towards the floor. Keep your head and chest up. And focus on the muscles in the legs and hips. Relax them completely. If you have pain in your left knee pressing too much into the floor, take a blanket to support here. Maybe you have the feeling that your right hip is not really opening, that there's a blockage. That is because the bones are touching. Then you can try a variation. Bring the right foot a bit to the side and the right arm to the inside of the right foot. And you can also try to let the knee fall to the side. Again, choose the variation that is the best for you to let go and settle for a while. Draw your attention to the opening of the hips. Become aware of any resistances or blockages and try to release. Become still and passive in the present moment. Maybe you feel the impulse to get deeper, to bring your head down. And you can come on your elbows, drop your head, sink deeper. There's an opening deep inside the hips and the connective tissues, the fascia. Connect to your breath again. Every time your mind starts to wander, thoughts try to get your attention, connect even deeper to your breath and the sensations in your body. Breathe and relax. And come out of the pose with your next inhalation by maybe coming back on your hands first, bringing back the arm to the outside of the right foot, tucking your left toes and stepping back into Parvatasana. Here you can compare both sides of your hips. Feel the sensation in this area of your body. Let your heels sink. Let your sternum sink, let your neck be relaxed. And come into the opposite side now by bringing your left leg forward in between your hands, right knee to the floor, eventually pushing back the right leg a bit. Prepare the position carefully that you can stay for a while. Take any support you may need underneath your knees. At the beginning, you keep your head up. Release all tensions in your legs and hips. Try to completely let go and let the hips sink towards the floor. Maybe you want to bring the left arm to the inside of the left knee. And maybe you feel more comfortable when your left knee is falling a bit to the side. To be aware from within, it is good to keep the eyes closed. Maybe you already want to go deeper on your elbows, bring the head more down, or you stay upright and wait for the sign of your body that it is ready to sink deeper into the pose. Become still again, observing, passive, and letting go. And slowly come out of the dragon back into Parvatasana. Tuck your right toes, bring the left foot back. Let the sternum sink, heels down, being aware of the sensations in both hips and your legs. Bring your knees back to the floor now and lay down. Slowly roll on your back. Open your arms to the sides on shoulder level for the last yin pose, the reclining twist. Bend your knees and bring them closer to your chest, the feet away from the floor. And slowly let your knees fall to the right side. If they are really high off the floor, you can use a blanket or cushion to support. Or you can place your right hand on top of the left leg to gently push them a bit deeper by just using the weight of the hand. If this is comfortable, you can bring the head to the left so that your whole body is twisting around the spine. Then you relax completely. Return to your breath and the sensations along your spine, in your back, also in your belly. Become aware of any resistances and let it go. This reclining twist at the end of the practice balances both sides of your body, the nervous system, and the energy channels along the spine, Ida and Pingala Nadi according to classical Hatha Yoga. In traditional Chinese medicine, it is the urinary bladder meridian. Become aware of the stillness in your body and your mind. Not thinking, just being aware. And very slowly, with your next inhalation, you start to come out of the twist, back to the center, hugging your knees into your chest. And with your next exhalation, you come to the opposite side. Extend your arms to the sides and lower your knees to the left side of your body. Maybe you prefer some support from a blanket or a cushion, or you place your hand on top of the right knee. And then, if it feels good, you roll your head to the right. Settle into the pose and let go. Let your whole body sink. Feel the balance to the other side now. Maybe the stretch in the right side of your body, in the right side of the chest or up into the arm, the right hip. Bring your attention to the stretched areas and let go completely. Notice the distractions and movements of your mind and connect even deeper to your breath that is grounding you in the present moment. Like an anchor. Maybe after some time you notice a deep opening inside your body. Let it happen, don't hold back, don't narrow your focus, let it be wide. If there are uncomfortable sensations, try to become aware of them also, without judging. If they are getting too intense, you can move your body mindfully a little bit to reduce the intensity or come out of the pose. You don't have to stand intense feelings, but become aware of the inner processes with a little distance. Try not to react directly. Sometimes sensations change if we give them our attention, or they disappear. On your next inhale, gradually make your way out of the pose by bringing your knees to your chest, your head to the center. Bring your hands to your knees. Then you extend your legs and return to Shavasana, laying on your back, arms beside your body, palms facing upwards. Head and spine in a straight line. Bring your attention into your whole body, both sides at the same time now. Compare the sensations in both sides. Maybe they are more intense in one side. You can feel more warmth or energy flowing. Become aware of the sensations in your spine, your whole back, and your hips, and all the areas we had our focus on during this practice. Let go of any tensions in your whole body now. Let it sink heavily into the floor, relaxing all muscles. Again, bring your awareness to the contact with the floor. Feel the heels touching the floor, the legs, the buttocks, the back, the arms, the head, the whole back side of your body. Your whole body. Let it sink. And return to your breath now. The natural rhythm of inhaling and exhaling. Sometimes there's a deeper inhalation, and then it gets more shallow. Let it be as it is, without controlling. Just watching the movement of your breath. Visualize that your breath is flowing through the sides of your body now. Inhaling, it flows into your left sole of your feet, along the whole left leg, through the left side of your upper body, up to the crown of your head. Then the exhalation begins out of the whole right side of your body, along your right leg, out of your right sole. And in again into the right sole, through the right side, up to the crown of your head, and out through the left side. Then left in again, and right out. Right in, and left out. Keep on visualizing your breath through the sides alternately. As you lead the breath through the whole body, it gets a little longer. Let this happen effortlessly. This breathing practice is similar to Nadi Shodhana, in which you balance the main nadis, Ida and Pingala, feminine and masculine, yin and yang. You are harmonizing both sides, both energies in your whole system. After your next exhalation through the left sole, you stop this practice and return to your natural breath and both sides of your body at the same time. And bring your attention back to the sensations in your body, the contact with the floor, the contact with your clothes, become aware of the temperature of the air against your skin. And you start to move your body again, mindfully, slowly. Stretch yourself and roll onto your left side for a second. Then you come up to a seated position. Try to keep your eyes closed. Stay connected to your inner world. Sit comfortably, maybe on a cushion or folded blanket. Bring your hands on your knees. The tip of the thumb and the index finger are touching each other. Palms facing downwards into Gyan Mudra. And return to the stillness inside. Become aware of the effects of this Yin Yoga sequence on your body, your mind, all levels of your being. Give attention to the calm and peacefulness inside and the deep connection to yourself. To close this practice, I will chant the mantra Om now 3 times. Feel the sound vibrating through your body, your mind and your heart. Return to the world outside. Become aware of the place where you are. The sounds from outside, the time of the day, and the activities outside. And slowly open your eyes again.